Right, don't put too much weight on it, right?
Where the fuck am I meant to put my weight? Wait, I can't put my weight in the roof, it's dead fun, I can't hold on to it. What am I meant to do with it? Oh, you know, I've been holding for 5 minutes. You're fucking wank stain. Don't shift your weight up. Where the fuck are you talking about? I can't put my weight on the fucking roof, I can't put my weight in the gutter. Where's it meant to go? No, man, I can't just fucking move it.
Oh.
You fucking want. That's how agitated I'm getting now. You really fucking agitated me.
Welcome everybody to the Plumes of Hazard. I, as always, am your host, the Angstful Vapor. To my left is the lovely, talented, the prompt Fubaka.
Hey. Oh, I forgot my canned beverage. Shit.
Come on, go get it.
BRB.
I hope everybody enjoyed the new pre-roll video. Thanks to Festy for sending that along.
It smells so bad. I just came back to it. Like I dropped one before we went live, and then I ran to the fridge again. I came back. I was like, oh,
it's still there.
Oh, that came out of me.
So, Festy said that came from Todd's group. So we have Todd's group to thank for that video. Thank you, Todd, and or whoever posted that. It was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed it. My goodness, it is a slow evening over there in chat. Hey, it's Darrow. What's up, Darrow? And hello to Rifle and Mike, and of course Festy. So I don't know what's wrong with this Diet Coke. I don't know if you heard it when I cracked it. It sounded weird. It kind of tastes flat. Weird. The rest of that sleeve has been fun. That one got beat up.
Remember that episode of The Simpsons? What was it? Was it an episode of The Simpsons I'm thinking of?
Tobacco?
No. Does Homer to get a job as a beer tester? Or am I thinking of Cheers?
Ooh, I feel like that was Norm.
From Cheers, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Norm. You should be Norm with Diet Coke. Or just, getting the unmarked cans.
Yeah. I could do it.
The bubbles on my tongue feel to be about 0.4 or 5 microns smaller than can C.
Give or take. Dude, I am 100% positive that I hacked off both Amanda and Josh and probably Biggles when I was going through doing juice testing for everybody. I took that shit seriously. Hey, Masty, what's up? Yo, is he still connecting to audio? Possibly.
Or he's muted.
But he didn't react when I said his name.
Oh. Yeah, he's muted. Fucking knew it.
Hey, Eddie, what's up?
I couldn't hear anything, so.
Yeah. Hi, Masty.
Man.
How are you, sir?
What up?
Oh, you got ice creams in the chat, Masty.
True.
Everybody's excited to see you. Here, I'll even get you chat link.
All right.
Merry Christmas. Don't never say I never did nothing for you.
Merry Christmas, you 55 animals.
Maybe need to pre-roll the roof guy and the Highlander cat. Yeah, match those two up. That would be solid.
My sister does that when she gives me leftovers. She's like, don't say I never did nothing for you. I'm like, don't say I never drove you nowhere. Shit.
we had we had a family friend when I was a kid who was, younger than my parents and quite a bit older than me. Right, my parents did a youth group thing when they were young, and and this guy, he would always like hand me some trash or something that was in his hand and say here, and not show me. Right, so I'd take it, and he goes, "Don't ever say I never did nothing for you." Or never gave you anything.
It's a very dad thing to do.
It's a very dad thing to
So
do.
there, back when we were building out the desks for the election, for like all the people that work for CBS once every 4 years,
Yeah.
or every 2 years, we were setting up. I forgot who. It was like one of the studio operations bosses. He's like he's like trying to like put the other earpiece on the jobber headsets, because they have like the flat one and there's like the one that goes in your ear. He tried to put one of those on, and I'm just like watching him, and it's not even just me, it's a couple of people, and he's like trying to do it, and he's just like, you figure this out. He just hands it to me.
Classic.
Yeah.
I was the only one laughing at it. I'm like, did no one else think that was hilarious?
I think there are truly people that don't appreciate humor when it happens around them until somebody else points it out, and then they'll laugh at it. They'll think it's funny, but like
Also, like, this dude is probably one of the most unintentionally funny people I've met at work.
yeah.
So, yeah, people just have a bad scope of that, I guess. I don't know. I think he's hilarious.
Fair play. Fair play. So Duro's relatively certain that we're going to still be able to buy Nick online.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Shit, now New York is all weed.
Bro, USPS is already the biggest drug trafficker in this country.
Oh, and has been for quite some time.
All you have to do is fudge some packaging.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, what's that, Addy? He just posted CASA Information Library. I don't think I've seen that. I want to click on it. Oh, you know what? I hadn't seen that. So they did. They kind of reorganized their reading materials. That's cool. It looks nice, too. Here, hold on. I'll share it for everybody. Paste and go. And then my screen share. Look at that.
But it's like New York just legalized legal weed.
Yeah.
But you can't order a weed vaporizer because you can't ship vapes to New York.
Yeah. That's real nice.
So we got Nasty Storm rolling through, so if I cut out, that'd be...
Is that right?
Wait, is that what
Yeah.
I have? Because I just looked on the radar, and I only looked at a portion. It was a giant fucking system.
I believe it is part of...
Oh, yeah. Same
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
So my folks, so I've got family that lives. If anybody's ever watched, I've got folks in Georgia, and they have they sent me a picture today. My dad sent me a picture today and said we spent all afternoon and evening yesterday at one of his friends' houses, and he sent me a picture, and it was a house that you couldn't even see. Apparently, this guy's got a little bit of property. It's like an acre lot or something like that. So it's a nice big lot. But he had like 26 trees, like fully grown mature trees that went down from the tornadoes that rolled through that area, which isn't too far from my folks' house. They were all right, but I think they lost one tree in the lot next to them, but didn't hit their house or anything. But anyway, these folks, I think he said he lost 26, full size pine trees. Some of them literally just broken in half, and the other ones just pushed over. And he said I had to spend like 6 or 8 hours on the gas axe out there, just cutting wood. And and he said even after all that, he said they called some people to come out and look at it today, and he said it was going to be $30,000 to clear their the trees that are down.
Yeah, I believe it.
You can just hope for a lucky lightning bolt.
Yeah, I know. Well, he said his homeowner insurance isn't going to cover it because his house didn't take that much damage. So, fortunately, he said it was crazy that apparently the tornado went right over them, and as soon as it got like right near their house, it lifted up about 40 feet off the ground and went over their house and then came back down. So their yard is totally boned, but their house miraculously is still there, which is pretty cool.
Baby Jesus.
Yeah, for sure. But but yeah, I told that's what I told Dad. I said if that was me, if that was my house, and I had a $30,000 bill for some tree guys to come out to clean this up, I said what I would do instead of paying 30 grand is I would go down to my local hardware store, buy a really nice gas axe or buy a really nice chainsaw, and then over the next 2 years just whittle at it and sell firewood. It's like there's no way I'm paying somebody 30 grand to cut up.
I thought you were gonna say go down to your hardware store and buy you a few Mexicans.
You could just do some Bigglesworthing of his own.
Honestly, you rent you a nice gas axe, and then you rent you a
nice
little
Mexican.
Kubota little cat that'll come out, and you can have the freaking grappling hook on the front, and you cut them big old chunkers, and you just grab them and bring them up front.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, and even if I couldn't use the wood, I would literally just sell it. It's fine. It's green wood. Take it for $5 a bundle or whatever it is. Just get out of here.
Cut yourself a new countertop. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, dude, absolutely. I mean, the problem is it would take forever for that to cure, but still, you could still, lop you off a nice live edge, something or another, stick it up in your garage and just let it bake for, a couple
if you want
years.
to make me a butcher block, I'm like, I'm still in the market for one because they're fucking stupid prices right now.
They're extraordinarily expensive. The well-made even cutting boards.
It's because they were reasonably priced, and everyone became a fucking DIY artisan during COVID. So reclaimed wood prices went through the fucking roof.
Yeah, for sure. And anytime you get, anybody that's making, end grain, like proper cutting boards, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to make a proper end grain board. I mean, you got to get everything cut out, flip it up on end, get it all glued up, get it planed. It's not as simple as cutting out a square of wood, but they're also quite expensive. Like, those guys that, what is the name of that company? Booze, BOOS, right? The Booze Block guys are, just about every cooking affiliated show or YouTube channel or whatever out there has got these Booze Blocks. They do a great job marketing, but their boards are really expensive. Really expensive. Oh, Festy. That's a bummer. Festy was saying, trying to make things better, he got pushed off a part of a big tree that was laying on his roof. Insurance refused to do anything since the roof was no longer in danger. Yeah, but it was. It fell on its own. Shifty eyes. Yeah. Did I talk about the hail from a few days ago? Last week?
No, that was after.
Oh, it was after. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Oh, you're right. It was like right during the show, right? It was like right after the show.
It started like toward the end of the show, and then we were bullshitting after, and then you're like, "Oh, let me go see the hail."
Yeah. I should show a picture. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to show it to y'all. Let's see. I'll put it in. Oh, I can message myself in Slack. That would probably be the easiest thing to do. Talk amongst yourselves.
Small craft advisory. Man, if you're out there on a boat, you deserve to get capsized. Shit. Dumbass.
Yeah, dummy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Oh,
Right, so that's there.
opening day is tomorrow for baseball. For those who don't know,
Yeah.
and the Mets are opening the season against the Nationals. And apparently, 5 Nationals players are missing tomorrow's game because one tested positive for COVID-19. Why the fuck aren't y'all vaccinated yet?
Oh, still got to wear masks even though you're vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, in baseball, I'm okay with wearing masks. You know why? Because nobody could read your fucking lips. You know how baseball is.
I do
Baseball
know.
Bing. Very
It's
good.
like manager, right? Like you don't have to fucking don't have to worry about covering your mouth with your glove or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, I'm very excited. Also, because I'm not working till 8 tomorrow, I'm working till 6. You know what sucks though? The game's on ESPN, which means I have to listen to fucking A-Rod, who's like one of the best players I have ever watched in my lifetime, but conveying what he knows about the game is a whole other thing.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Like you can be such a great player, but
He doesn't have a personality. That's the problem. He only got the job. Well, he had the job as like an analyst at the analyst desk during the World Series like 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, he sucks.
Ahmed, so have you been hearing that the whole legalizing weed is an April Fool's joke?
I doubt that.
No, I'm serious.
All right, then everyone can go back to all the women that accuse Cuomo of sexual harassment. I don't know. It seems too good to be true, but it's like, how it happens. It's like, oh, what accusers? Here's weed. Everyone forgot about it.
Let's see. What can I do here? I'm going to make a new scheme.
You know what would be a good April Fool's joke? Cuomo actually resigning.
Yeah.
If that happened, I would be like, I don't believe you.
Oh, is that not going to work? Son of a gun. All right, fine.
What's not working?
Well, I've got studio mode on. I'm trying to add this source to it, and it's not working. Remove. Yes. Plus. How about I add a window capture? And I add... Is that not available? How this is?
Yeah, Lennox Lewis is a good boxing announcer. I agree. Daniel Cormier is really good in UFC, like when he does MMA commentary in general. Lennox Lewis and Vander Holyfield fights; those are great.
Well, apparently that is literally not possible. So, fine. What I'll do instead...
Hold up the screen.
Yeah, instead I'll just share... I do have the picture up, so I can do the picture. I was just trying to play the video, too. Because apparently you can't...
hail, too. It was about, like, what, half the size of a golf ball?
Yeah. So... That's what everything looked like. So right after the show ended last week, I stepped out to grab let's see, where's my thing? I stepped out to grab this one because it was one of the bigger ones that I could see. And then as soon as I stepped out, this whacked me in the side of the neck, like right below my skull. It was a thing. It thumped me pretty good. I think I probably swore. But yeah, no, so that came down on my roof. It didn't last very long. Most of this size stuff was done in probably a minute, maybe 2. And then, but there were some other, smaller hail that kept popping down after that. So, one of my neighbors, owns his own roofing company, and he texted me the next day. He's like, "Hey man, you want me to come look at your roof?" I said, "I was going to text you last night, but I didn't want to bother you. I'm sure you're real busy." I said, "But yeah, whenever you come home, yeah, why don't you go and sidle up there? Let me know what you think." So it looks like I may be calling my old insurance company. It's not, he said it's not terrible, but he said there's definitely damage. So, oh boy. I guess that's what the stimmy's going to be going towards. Paying a deductible. Fantastic. There's a Tyson movie coming out.
Everyone's getting a fucking biopic, whatever the fuck.
I did not know that.
Like the dude, like just came back to fighting. Like why? He's not dead. He's like,
Yeah. I'm trying to think about how well Mike would take that. You know, because whoever does him has got to do the voice, right?
and I can't think of anyone other than a comedian, like a few comedians that could do it. Like do a really good Tyson.
Yeah. But regardless, it's not going to be very complimentary, right?
I don't know. I like to be surprised.
Maybe.
I mean, I know I wasn't going to be surprised by the Coming to America sequel that sucked ass.
Yeah, you told me that. I haven't brought myself to watch it. If you said it was bad, then I'm probably going to think it was bad too. Oh, Festy said Jamie Foxx is doing it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
Never mind then. Okay. You know,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx makes me feel so much more comfortable because he was originally an impressionist.
Yeah.
Like a really fucking good one. He's still a great impressionist. Okay, if Jamie Foxx is playing him, then
But they're going to have to jack him up. Like, they're going to have to... Cause
dude, he's been like just low key, like lean as fucking muscular for a long time.
Well, lean, yeah, but
bulk
like
up?
muscular?
Drink some milk, but
All
I
right.
have all the faith he can do it.
It's all about camera angles, bro.
Yeah, I suppose.
On that movie Power, he was pretty jacked.
What movie is that? Power?
The Netflix one. Yeah.
Django Unchained.
No.
I'm saying he was
The
pretty
one he
jacked
did.
in that
The
one.
one he did for Unlimited Power or whatever it was. Unlimited. It was on Netflix.
Yeah.
It was where they had this stuff that they this pill that they would take,
Mm-hmm.
and it would give them unlimited power for 5 minutes.
Right.
But you basically sometimes you would blow yourself up if you took it. Sometimes you would get a different power. And
Was it like a little like clear pill-looking thing?
no, it looked like red or yellow or something.
Oh, okay.
It was glowing. It was constantly glowing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had a picture in my head because I don't think I ever saw it, but I thought I remembered the trailer. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't think of Jamie Foxx before, but yeah, if anyone was gonna do it, it would be him. All right, I feel better knowing that.
Yeah, but still, they're gonna have to do something with him, right? Because I mean, Tyson's heavyweight, man. He's a big dude.
Yeah, but he was also like 5'8", 5'9". He's like my height.
Not height. I'm just talking about thick.
Oh
Stat.
yeah. I think his back was probably the most impressive part of his physique. It looked
Yeah.
just fucking shredded.
He was a bit.
Looks like
Yeah.
Detroit.
Ooh. Apathy
But-
said he had a tornado touchdown from in front of him this morning. Damn.
Oh shit.
Damn, son. Wait, what? I think I missed something. 50-plus-year-old in New York right now? For what?
Oh, COVID
For
shots.
vaccine stuff? Oh, yeah. You can't get the vaccine unless you're a certain age. Yeah. Okay. I thought that's what he might be talking about. I just wasn't sure. I mean, when you say Mississippi is 16 plus, I was like, that could be.
Age of consent.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Nah, dude, it's like 14, I think.
Oh, come on. I love you, Mississippi, guys. Come on.
I know. Like Georgia, you can get married at 16 if you're pregnant.
If your parents agree, I think you can get married at 16 in a lot of places.
I know there's specifically a clause in Georgia that if you're pregnant, you can marry at 16. I don't remember why I know that, but I do.
Just a random factoid that's stuck in your brain in case it's ever
It was
applicable.
probably on a television show that I can't remember.
Yeah. That's right. First, he said they'll blow all their special effects budget, adding 6 inches to his shoulders, and that's what I mean, right? Because, like, I mean, Foo's right. Tyson's, torso is, I mean, just beef, right? And that's hard to fake.
So that's what I mean. You don't need special effects. You just need camera angles. Like, dude, how many? They made Mel Gibson not look like a midget in Braveheart. Think about that. And that was 1994, 1995.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson's like 5'6".
Is he really? I didn't know he was that short.
Stallone's also 5'6", 5'7". Yeah, most actors aren't tall. Like directors don't want you to be taller than 5'9". You're easier to film. Charlie Murphy, I'd seen him in public. He was a smidge shorter than me.
Yeah, well, and Tom Cruise too, right? He's legendarily a shorty.
Yeah, he wore lifts in his shoes.
Right.
Because he was married to Nicole Kidman, who was an Australian giant.
Right. right. Oh, and who's the other guy? Oh crap, what's his name? Stand-up comedian, black guy.
Eddie Murphy?
No.
Chris Rock?
No, younger. A little younger. He was playing with oh crap. He's got a real short name and I can't come up with it. Kevin Hart. Took me a minute.
Kevin Hart.
He's supposed to be really signed too, right?
Kevin Hart needs a high chair at IHOP.
Yeah.
Like seeing him next to like The Rock and stuff when you see him paired
there
up.
was a photo of Shaq holding him like a baby, and then someone photoshopped, swapped their faces. It was hilarious.
Nice. No, Josh says that it's 14 in Mississippi with parents' permission, not 16.
Wow. Jesus.
Is that right? Because that's really young.
That's fucked up. That's super young.
Yikes.
You're going to have a chat with Mr. Magnum Style Dong about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just how... No, never mind. So as far as of news of what I've been doing this last week, I have some interesting news that's probably less than useful to most of you, but I'm excited about it, so I'm going to share it. I broke out my bike about a week ago and called a flatbed trailer and held it to a shop, and they are getting her set back up. So my bike's been in the garage for multiple years at this point. I probably haven't ridden it in probably 6. It's probably been like 6 years since I've been on it, something like that. Anyway, so when I went to go, giving it the once over or whatever, looking at it, I could barely get the gas cap off. got the cap off and looked, and it was brutal. The freaking ethanol gas had eaten the crap out of the tank. It was rusted as shit inside the tank. Everything else looked great, but inside the tank was brutalized. So I held it down to the shop. They looked at the tank and went, "Oh damn." So they got it off and drained and the shout out to the guys. The guy is really, really, he's a cool dude. He called me later. He's like, "Look, that tank's in pretty rough shape." He said, "No." He said, "I'm pretty sure I can clean and seal the tank for you, but," he said, "your fuel pump is done." He said, "There's nothing I can do with it, man. It is absolutely finished." He said, "Now I can go get you a part, but it's gonna cost you like $550 because that's what they're charging me. But," he said, "if you go to eBay and look around, you can find one, and I bet it'll be a lot cheaper. And just bring it to me." I was like, "Okay." So I started poking around. I found one on eBay that was an authorized Honda shop that was selling it for like $340 or something like that. Way cheaper, obviously. And then I found out that he was on Amazon too. The same seller was on Amazon. So I bought it and it cut in, and I went and dropped it off this last weekend. Guy said, "That looks great. It's exactly what I need." He showed me the old one. Dude, he was not joking. It was absolutely ruined, covered in rust.
Crazy.
Freaking ethanol. I'm assuming it was ethanol that's just grabbing the water out of the air and rusting the shit out of it. Because I didn't put pure gas in it. Although now I can. I don't know if I told you that or not, Messi. Have we talked about Buc-ee's? Have they made it down to Florida yet?
As a matter of fact, they literally just opened one in Beachside here.
Okay. Have you been in yet?
I haven't been there because it's been a fucking insane madhouse of every day, every minute. There's fucking a billion people there. And I am about to do that shit now.
No. So when it all dies down, you definitely got to go because.
Yeah.
So if anybody's never seen, this is like I'm pretty sure it started in South Texas. It is a travel stop style gas station, right? But there's probably, and I'm not exaggerating, I bet there's 100 pumps outside, easy.
Yeah.
And most of these things, multiple pavilions, just pumps on pumps on pumps everywhere. You go inside, you can buy everything from like 50 kinds of beef jerky to groceries to fresh like Texas barbecues all over the place. Like gifts, like it's really, you can buy clothing. It's really, really weird. Like it's this whole like thing. Anyway, the reason I bring that up is I've been told that they sell real gas there, no ethanol. So, and the reason is here, the one that's nearest to me is by TMS, by the Motor Speedway, and I assume that was strategically done. And also, there's a lot of boats and that kind of stuff around here too. Most people try to put actual gas in their vehicles. So, I am anyway. So I'm excited about it now that I can, especially now that I can get real gas. And that soon, I hope by this weekend, maybe next week, I'll have my bike and I'll be able to fire her up again. I can't wait. Looking forward to it having that particular hobby back in my pocket. I'm excited.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
The bike is a bit big for your pocket.
What's that?
The bike is a bit big for your pocket.
It's a big one. Yeah. So I haven't seen the chat, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question that was not asked anyway. It's a VTX 1800, so it's a V twin. It's got two coffee can sized cylinders that sound really nice when you got the right pipes on them. It thumps.
Sounds like angsty after a beefaroni.
Just like me after a beefaroni.
What's a beefaroni?
Or taco casa. Yeah, no, it is. It's brap brap. It sounds like the ethanol thing was some sort of law to protect our farmers. It was also, I think it's supposedly for emissions, but at the same time you have to burn more of that gas than you do regular gas to get the same amount of distance, because ethanol is less energy dense than gasoline. So you got to burn more of it to get where you're going. It's the stupid thing. It is a stupid thing.
So next time I'm in Texas, can I ride on the back with a pink helmet?
You absolutely can, because that would be hilarious. Then you have to bring your own helmet. Oh, a pink helmet.
Damn.
Yeah, boy.
You can get like a pink stocking cap or something.
Do you have like an actual like seat on the back? Damn.
I have a pillion. I mean, there is a seat there, and I've got pegs in the back for sure, but I don't have a the whole backrest and that kind of thing. No.
Well, and how am I gonna flex on the grams?
I don't know. I've never had a dude in the back of my bike, so I have no idea.
Have to figure it out.
Most of the ladies will just have them wrap around. It's all fine.
I got to ride on my boss at Best Buy. I got to ride on the back of his Suzuki. His was like a sport bike though. That thing was zippy.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it's like you see how quickly those things pick up when you feel the torque in your chest. Oh man.
The street bikes are a different animal. Like it is unless you've ever been on one, it is difficult to explain how fast they are. It's very fast. If you're accustomed to a car,
2 seconds.
Yeah. If you're accustomed to a car, it's not the same thing. It's something completely different.
Like I've driven like fast cars and still.
Yeah, different animal. Totally different animal.
Goddamn Ferrari, and it was nothing compared to a goddamn Suzuki sport bike.
Yeah. The only thing that would come close would be like stomping on a Tesla, right? That sort of lowering torque will at least give you an idea.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
So I still remember the first time as a teenager that I got to experience a 2-stroke power band.
Mm-hmm.
on a 1973 TM250 Zawookie. And let me tell you, that fucking power band kicks in.
Yeah.
You better be fucking holding on.
Yeah.
It's amazing how that simplistic design and a tune pipe, and it's just like, holy fuck, you know?
Yeah. You almost don't have time to even say that, right? You can think it.
Dude, you're just like, you know, wah, 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 wah. It's just, you're just gone.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. You know,
What does it sound like?
that's what your ass is gonna do if you ain't holding on. And I got some weight on me back then, so it wasn't like I was just flopping around in the wind.
Let me see the big boy get on the bike.
Yeah, it was. And those style bikes were dual shock in the back, so they sat lower. So they would just fucking squat and go.
Yeah.
And heavy ass fucking bike. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I called it twin. Used to call it twin I beam.
Yeah.
That fucking thing was heavy. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing that's really weird about a street bike too, is how high of a rev they are, right? But they don't redline it to like 15,000 RPM or something, or 17,000 RPM. Whatever it is, I forget offhand. But the important part is you can be in first gear and be breaking all the speed limits, basically, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and as soon as you shift into second and you hit your RPM, your power band again in the second gear, you're going 100 miles an hour like that. I mean, it's not even a thing. And it's like you're standing still. Well, depends on which bike. A lot of bikes have got just the perfect shape of a tiny little, windshield that puts you in a bubble, right? It doesn't even feel like you're going 80, 90 miles an hour, but you are.
From what I read, at 100, anything after 150 or 160 miles an hour, you have no peripheral vision.
Oh, none. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even after 100 miles an hour, you get tunnel vision real bad because you just can't process anything that fast. It's just too much for you, so you have to concentrate on what you're looking at.
At least in a car, you don't have the wind blowing. You have like windows and windshield. You can still process a good amount driving 100 miles an hour versus being on a fucking speed capsule.
Right. Yeah.
It's literally what it is at that point.
Right. So a big V twin's not gonna do that quite as bad, which is nice, but it is quite an experience to ever be on a street bike. You're making me not want to let you ride on my bike.
I just read that.
Although maybe it might be funny, who knows?
Just keep an eject button on your thing. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah. Done. Just find a switch. Click. Okay. Yeah, it is about power to weight, Fezzik, because so my first bike when I was in college was a smaller 600cc V-twin Honda, and it was great as a first bike, fast enough, right? Enough to make you respect it, but once you get a 600cc cruiser V-twin on the highway, it's not it's certainly not in its power band by the time you get up to 60, 70 miles an hour, right? It's just not. But so when I got off of that one and onto an 1800cc, different animal.
I'd like to ride on a BMW sport bike.
The true motorcycles, the like mid pegs BMWs are real comfortable. They're nice. They're not my style.
I know there was
but they're
a guy
cool.
down the block from my old house who had one.
Yeah,
They had two of them actually. Very, very nice pieces.
they are.
Probably some of the cleanest looking bikes I've seen.
They're clean and they're nice, right? Just in general, just riding them is nice, but they're not my style.
Great.
Like I don't like the way they
sound
look.
great.
Huh?
They sound really nice too.
They sound okay. I like the thump of a V-twin personally. That's my bag. But I do like the BMWs because of the technology, because of the design. I think it's cool. I just don't particularly like them, if that makes any sense. It's just not my bag. But they are really nice, and they're super comfortable to ride. If I was going to take a long ride, if I didn't have like a maxed out, Harley with tons of fairings and, like a recliner, basically a lazy boy on it, that my next choice would probably be a BMW. Those are very comfortable bikes. I have to imagine it's pretty nice, on the road for a long time.
Like just even from their cars, just how comfortable they are in a long drive. Not a 3 Series, but like a 5, and just how tight everything is, and you don't get deal with any rattle or not as much outside noise.
Right. Unlike a Porsche. Which every time I've ever heard a Porsche drive by me, you can always tell that they're coming because like you can hear the fan noise, you can hear the belts. It's even newer ones. They just don't sound like. I don't understand why people own Porsches.
What's that shit called? I don't know if it's turbo engines, but it sounds like an engine expelling air through a coffee can with gravel in it.
Oh, I was going to ask you if you meant like the whine, like the turbine spinning.
No, it's not a whine. It's like a. It sounds like a COPD lung. You know what I'm talking about? It's like it's supposed to sound good, but to me, it's a very ugly sound. I actually blew out my right ear. The one day I had to drive on the highway. Granted, it was nice out. My right window was busted on the car, and these 3 or 4 fuckers in very loud cars were like playing tag on a narrow highway, and we're in traffic, and they just go boom, like fucking blew out my shit.
Oh, like a backfire kind of a snap.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was like it was a BMW M3. That's how much I do know. And it had some kind of tuning on it to make it sound like there's gravel in it or something.
Yeah, there's some glass
it's like
packs.
A farty gravel noise.
Yeah, that's probably talk about glass packs, and those things do. I know what you're talking about. It's like rocks, but it's also kind of like metal on metal. Like it's got kind of a.
It doesn't sound healthy.
No, it doesn't sound good. I agree.
Yeah.
But those, if they're tuned right, those are made to be going very fast and not putting around. Which
and guess
they
what?
sound worse when they're going slow.
And guess who was very good at playing defense on them from driving like assholes? In a 2010 Honda Civic EX. Factory.
Factory.
All fucking 110, 120 horsepower. Yeah, boy.
And you fed them all oats this morning, boys, because they're going to go rolling. It is.
I could also tell those dudes didn't know the highway as well as I did, so. This was any New York people who know the Jackie Robinson Parkway. That's where this took place. Very fun highway to drive on. There's
very little more entertaining than boxing in somebody driving like a dick, and just absolutely just cock blocking them so bad.
Yeah, or like I'm in the left lane, right? It's a 2-lane highway. I hate driving in the right lane because a lot of the on ramps are very short, and I don't trust people on ramps, especially when they're short. So I do like my 60 on the left lane, and so I see these guys looking to make a move, and I just keep pace, just enough pace with the car in the right lane. I'm just like, I'm cackling the whole time.
Yeah. Every now and then you get in that trolley kind of mood, right? And just
absolutely,
I just
great.
like to screw with people. It's so good. It's more dangerous to do on my bike, which I've done before, but it was more dangerous.
I'm not doing anything aggressive. I'm not brake checking anybody. I'm not.
Oh yeah, that's a stupid move.
No, no. It's just like, oh, you want to go, but I'm going to. I'm gonna not give you what you want. You want to pass, and you're not going to pass.
Yeah.
If you do pass me, I'm going to pass you again, because you're going to hit another person like that.
Yeah.
See, down here, people lose their shit.
Yes.
And start fucking battering people with their cars.
Josh said, "Yeah, I hate drivers like you."
Don't try that shit with me with your Genesis, buddy.
I had when was this? I was like, I think I was a senior in high school. I think I was just on the other side of high school, and I was driving home from my girlfriend's place, and it was pretty late at night. It was like midnight or something. I was heading back to my folks' house, and this guy was on my ass on my pretty new, like it was new to me car, right? I bought like a 11-year-old car. It was my CRX, which I loved, and this guy out of nowhere was just crawling up my butt. It was just a 2-lane kind of country highway kind of thing, right? Like 50 miles an hour and nothing fancy, but there's a lot of hills on it. And this guy was just crawling at my butt. So at some point, I just popped it in neutral and just started coasting. And the guy was wanting to go faster and faster or whatever. So he was up, even close to me. I just left it in neutral, just coasted down the hill. As soon as it went up to the bottom of the hill, we started to go back up. All of a sudden, he tries to pass me in. It was double yellow lanes with a turn lane going, to my right, a left turn lane, across me, and up a hill, right? And this guy goes to pass me up a hill, like not even with a passing lane, right? It was across a left turn lane, across double yellow lines, up a hill, right? So of course I dropped a gear and just floored it, just thinking maybe I'd kill this guy, but it wouldn't be my fault. He was the one that's on the wrong lane, not me.
There was I think I talked about this at some point previous here, but back in the Enjoy days, I was heading up to Rhode Island, and there was like a souped up Subaru that just blew way fucking hard past me. Like I was doing almost 70. This dude had to have been doing 100. It was like 20 minutes later, I fucking passed him. He got pulled over. Yeah. I was like,
it's the best. There's very little in this world more validating than that, right? Somebody driving like a dick, and then later on, you pass them getting pulled over. Yeah, it's good. It's a good feeling. It doesn't happen.
Right, it was that idiot from X amount of miles earlier. It's not like everyone could fucking hear you for like 5 miles.
Right. Exactly. All right, boys. I think that's all I have to share for this evening. Anybody else?
Agreed.
Right.
I got my microchip last week. I think I discussed it. I got it on Thursday.
You synced up with Windows?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You synced up with Windows?
Not yet. No. I have to get the latest version of C++ redistributable.
Those fuckers gave me Windows Espanol.
That sounds racist.
Wow. Okay.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Sounds like they're making some assumptions.
I told them I wanted Windows Bob.
Is it not? Is it? Hey, it was either that or I did reggaeton. Okay.
And this is how Uber drivers get killed.
That's right. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming
Still
out.
waiting on our hashtag.
Too soon? Still waiting on your hashtag. Pray for Pucky Uber.
Thank you guys for joining us for a laugh and a screw around for a little while this evening. We will see you back next week. Same Plumes time, same Plumes channel. Deuces.